That's a good question. And to recap, Republicans are holding military aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, along with a ton of funding for the border to increase guards and more wall and more, a lot for the border, a lot, surveillance stuff, things like that. What Republicans are asking for is they want to ban class based parole and extended parole. Um, they want to limit the Biden administration's parole authority. They want electronic monitoring for anyone not detained, including children. So most adults already have electronic monitoring, or they are given those cell phones that are essentially useless aside from tracking migrants and making sure they keep their court dates. The other two things they're seeking is they want an expedited removal process similar to the one under Trump, and they want to implement a new expulsion authority similar to Title 42, essentially making Title 42 permanent. Now, it's worth noting that there are a lot of Democrats in the Senate entertaining this idea, but they have also intentionally left out the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. And a lot of Latino representatives in the Senate and in the House are both really upset about this, and they've asked for emergency meetings with the White House, and they didn't get anything. So, as far as we know from reporting over the weekend that I and Pablo have been doing and keeping an eye on things, Latinos are still not part of the program. In addition, it's not just white senators that are the issue here who are taking Republicans seriously. It's the White House. The White House Deputy Chief of Staff, their comms director, and I believe maybe the Chief of Staff. I'm not quite sure about that last one, but definitely the Deputy Chief of Staff. All of them are negotiating with Republicans as well. And the Biden administration, Politico, reported that is entertaining the idea of a new Title 42 type of policy that's permanent. And he's also entertaining the idea of expedited removals, which is part of what Trump, both of those are what Trump wants to do if he gets back into office. And this is where the rhetoric about putting migrants in camps and stuff came from. They are also considering limiting the use of credible fear as justification for seeking asylum. So, for example, if somebody's coming from an oppressed country like Venezuela, Nicaragua, Cuba, or something like that, it limits what they can claim as credible fear. So it's unclear what limits they want to put on that, but that could potentially really harm a lot of migrants that are coming from so-called oppressed countries. And it's also worth remembering that according to U.S. law and international law, and the laws in pretty much every country, even the United Nations, declares that seeking asylum is a human right. So when Republicans want to start playing with all of this, every single law or measure that they want infringes on that right to seek asylum. So, like I said in my previous video, if they're willing to hold migrants hostage for war funding, who's next? Because they'll do it to someone else.